stage, man. V5 though. Oh. Monitor. I'm going to fix my monitor, I swear. Oh, not so funny though. Okay, I changed my monitor. Alright. Oh, hello everyone and welcome to the VCL Championship Finale. I am your host as usual, the King Kong Dud, and thank you all for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, we have had an entire season that has led here till now, and I must tell you that we will not disappoint with this finale. We have had such an amazing competition so far. All of our drivers have put in absolutely wonderful performances, but in the end we can only have one championship decider, and we have our two championships protagonists going at it around here in the streets, really around the iconic circuit of Interlagos. It is going to be a tight battle between our current championship leader, Techno, and Cloud. We'll go ahead and show you this beautiful graphic here today of our two championship drivers, one in the Audi, one in the Aston Martin. And as we have just finished qualifying, Cloud just has given himself a narrow advantage, but an advantage nonetheless on the grid for our two races this evening. So ladies and gentlemen, take your picks, go ahead and cast in your ballots of who you think will win. Of course, we will have a reverse grid, so we will have a rejoin just here in a bit. Yeah. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and go back to our stream titles. welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to this VCL season finale. I'm your host, the King Kong Dude, and as we have said before, this is the championship finale. It is going to be a absolutely tight race between Cloud and Techno, two of our really leading drivers in this championship. Really the two championship protagonists. It's all down to how they perform here today. Cloud currently leads the championship, and all he has to do today is win one of the two races, and he secures the championship, whereas Techno is in a position where he has to win both. Clearly then it's going to be quite a bit more difficult for one than the other, but it is going to be an absolute showdown for the ages. While I have you here, we'll go ahead and review on our calendar from this year. Of course, we started off in an absolutely thrilling race in Silverstone. We then completed our European tour by hitting two tracks in Italy. One first round 2 at Misano, and then followed up by round 3 in Monza. Then we had the American tour, which unfortunately were not streamed, but we were in Road America and Sebring. And now we rejoin you all with a beautifully live broadcasted race here in Interlagos. And are we in store for an absolute cracker today? We have a championship decider, as we have said so many times, guys. Techno versus Cloud is going to be absolutely thrilling, and we're so happy for you to join us around this iconic Brazilian circuit. So with that being said, the drivers are all heading now towards their grid slots, warming up the tires to go ahead and set themselves up for the best possible race that they can have. But of course, none matters more than that of Techno and Cloud, who will be looking to really put up their best performances until this point. So as they get gathered here up on the grid, we see, of course, the typical formation lap carnage. And I'm just gonna have to step away here for a second. I really hope they don't start the race before I get back. All right. With that being said, it looks like we're just waiting for the last few drivers to get to their grid positions now. As Cloud and Techno, in very championship leader-like fashion, are the two drivers still waiting to finish warming up their tires. Outside of that, it looks like we have a surprise pole sitter, as well. Of course, this is a reverse race, but Johnny is actually the one who will be taking pole today, so it'll be very interesting to see how he does in such an important race. Hopefully no crazy carnage goes on as a result of what's at stake here. But it looks like all the drivers are just about done warming up their tires. It looks like there's just a few waiting to be settled here on the grid, and we will go green with all lights out very soon here at Interlagos. So here we go. The 5 lights are ahead of the drivers, and we are away at Interlagos. The drivers were not held for very long, but oh gosh. It looks like everyone seems to get a pretty good start as into turn 1 they go, and the Porsche goes absolutely diving down the inside. It doesn't look like he made that corner very well at all, and it looks like our pole sitter Johnny is just falling down the order. As we look further forward, it currently looks like it is very close between the 911 and the 44 Porsche, all of them heading down now into turn 4. It's 3 wide as they head into this corner. It looks like the Porsche is going to back out, and it leaves the 44 car of what I believe is, no idea. Sebi, yes, Sebi is actually currently leading here. So it's all AM class in the top 3 so far as they head once again 3 wide as the McLaren goes very wide, and he leaves space for the BMW 95 car to go off as, oh my gosh, spewing off there in the background is I believe that was the Porsche, and it looks like Techno has absolutely stormed into the lead. This is exactly what he's going to need for his championship charge. As around the outside, Sebi tries to go, but it's not looking like he's going to be able to make it done. So an absolute dream start here for Techno, as he, at the end of lap 1, seems to have secured the lead of this race. We look now to his championship rival Cloud, who is seemingly enthralled in all the chaos. So it's not an ideal start for him, and an absolute dream here for Techno. As we come across the timing board, we'll see now where exactly everyone is placed. But so far, we have in the lead the number 87 car, Techno. Then following him, Just Maxi, Sebi, XXJ, Pigeon, Lemon, and then Cloud. And behind him is Whack and Phil and Zoe to complete the top 10. So Cloud is definitely going to be needing a better result than what he is currently having. As we look to Just Maxi, who is currently following behind Techno, but it looks like he's going to have some pressure as he goes into this very fast left-hander. Should be in an overtaking zone, so we'll definitely keep our eyes peeled for what goes on there. But it looks like he's the only one able to keep tabs now with Techno. So the drivers are just getting settled. We'll look further back as Cloud now has a little bit of pressure from his teammate Whack. And looks like he's just stuck behind all these North Korean Audis for now. It's all 3 wide, and that is no way that your championship would want to be looking, as he is currently very much stuck behind them. And I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but the stewards might have to review there, as it looked like he just absolutely bowling pinned through those drivers. We're going to go ahead and look at a replay of what happened in that lap 1 incident. We see Sebi pushing around the outside, and that 911 Porsche and the McLaren were very close together, and it looks like, yeah, the 911 just did not use his brakes, went straight on and sent that McLaren flying. So definitely something the stewards will want to be having a look at the end of this race. But at the end of lap 2, Techno maintains his lead, and Just Maxi stays behind him. Looks like Cloud is making very good progress, as he's now up to P4. But it's not going to be enough. He's going to really need to close this gap to Techno, as if he wants to win this championship, he has to put himself in prime positions. And Techno is doing so now, but he's actually under a little bit of pressure from the 95 BMW, as the BMW seems to bump draft, and looks like he's going to go for a move down the inside, but he's not quite able to make it happen. And Techno is definitely going to have to be on guard of this pressure, as this BMW does not look to be very interested in any championship battle. He wants to win now. Once again, all the drivers are on this medium compound tire. It's a shorter race, so I'm not sure if they're required to pit, but it's not looking like anyone is really setting themselves up to do so. Techno now just doing his best to keep this BMW behind. He seemed to do well through this section of the track, but then it's on the straights that he's going to be oh so dangerous. So we'll go on board now with Just Maxi. We'll go and see how he's looking there. Oh, Jesus Christ, a huge drop off on the inside of the circuit. He's getting an absolutely lovely slipstream from the back of this Aston Martin. Maybe not quite close enough to make a send down the inside into the turn 1. Oh, he seems to look for it to try and throw off the championship contender there, but it's not looking ideal, and I think he might have even gotten a slowdown on the exit of that corner, as he is very far from this Aston Martin now. But Techno looks to be trying to break the toe, as Maxi is just going to be slipstreaming, trying to gain as much time as he can onto him as they go into turn 4 here, but nothing quite doing, and he'll have to just settle now. As we look now towards some of the other drivers, Sebi is kind of in his own race. Our former pole sitter, Jonif, is having a really tough time there in P14. We do well to remember that this is an AM class, or that this is an AM series, I apologize, or a secondary series to our GT World Challenge, which features more experienced drivers, but these drivers are really trying to earn their stripes, as it were, and build their reputations in this series to grow as drivers. So it looks like Cloud is doing well in P4. He's under a little bit of pressure from P5, the AM car of the North Korean Audi, but he's doing quite well to manage him so far. As the drivers all look like now they are spacing out somewhat. None of the laps are particularly close. Techno's doing well to maintain his lead. Maybe he's even expanded this gap from what it was last time around. Previously only 0.3 of a second, now it's opened up to just under 1 second. So drivers are all doing their very best to just keep the race simple. They want it to be a bit boring. Cloud will be hoping for some chaos from the drivers ahead, as he really be wanting to gain some positions, as Wack goes very wide there, as it looks like he tries to take a different line, and he's gaining on the 117 Audi. Not going to be able to make a move this time, is he? No, not quite, just opts to stay behind him, but it looks like he might get a better run out of the corner, and he does so as he's on the inside of it now as they head into this fast right-hander of turn, we're just going to say 5. And around the outside, is he going to get the move done? Yes, the inside has a bit of a bump which throws off the 117, but the 99 car of Pig seems to have taken advantage, and oh, he's all on the inside. Looks like he got a CC slowdown, so he's not been able to retain the position, but these drivers are all fighting, giving it everything they've got. The 42 looks like he's just about going to take both positions. Now it's the long back straight, so it's going to be a slipstream train, or who gets the best exit. Looks like the 99 does well to block them off, but there they are, all 3 of them in very close proximity. We'll look here to get the high angle, and oh! One of the Audis hits the wall and it goes slamming into Wack, but now the slipstream effect is so powerful here as these drivers take full advantage of the, oh god, that's an Audi. As these drivers take full advantage of the slipstream down into the main straight. They're 3 wide yet again. The 99 car goes very wide on the entry, but he seems to have recovered and gotten a decent exit. Actually, he gets an insane exit as he is almost past both of them. He is past both of them as they head now onto the second straight. I'm actually going to Google the name of this real quick. But the drivers are all very close, 3 wide yet again as they turn now into turn 4. Once again, these drivers are 3 wide. They've been 3 wide for just under a lap now, and it looks like they're going to make it a complete lap of just absolute fighting. Oh, no one quite able to make any audacious moves, but there goes the 42 once again, and down the inside goes the 99 of Pig. Oh man, everything is so close here, and it looks like the 42 will just about come out on top. So we'll look now to our leader. Techno has done very well to have managed this race so far, a 2.5 second advantage, but it looks like Cloud is, Cloud has actually taken P2. So unfortunately we missed that on the TV direction. F1 levels of TV direction here, guys. I apologize, but we will watch this final lap as they head into the Senna S's in turn 1, but Cloud goes very defensive very early, and that seems to open up an opportunity for Maxi to make an overtake. He sets himself up as they head now into the Curva de Sol. How do I know that? Oh, good commentator. And now onto the Retta Aposta. He's slipstreaming him very hard. This is one of the prime overtaking opportunities. Maxi goes now to go around the outside. Cloud is very defensive, but he can only defend so much as he forces Maxi to hold his line in the Cena del Lago. Oh Lord. And now into the Ferradura. Maxi tries to take a look around the outside, but he's not able to quite make it work. And now in the Laharahareha, turn 8, he's trying to make an overtake, and now turn 9, but there's just nothing doing there for the BMW driver. So he'll have to settle, and he'll want to set himself up for really the main overtaking zone, which could be into turn 1, but it looks like he's gone a bit early, as he is now all over the back of this Audi. I mean, he is clearly much faster. He's just being I mean, this is the widest Audi I've ever seen. But we'll look now to Techno, as he has run an absolutely marvelous race, and he will come across the line to put himself in a good position for his championship hopes. And Techno Player in the Aston Martin wins the sprint race, but we'll look to the line, and it looks like Cloud has just about blown it as they're side by side to the line. And oh, it looks like Cloud takes it. So a very, very close race there indeed. It looks like, in very typical fashion, our two championship protagonists have finished 1 and 2. And with that said, I believe that this puts Techno in a position where he has to win. That if he wins the next race, he will secure the championship. So it's going to be between who can finish higher between the two drivers. Yeah, as we complete the sprint, there is your finishing order. Techno in P1, P2 behind him, his championship rival, Cloud. Then behind them, Just Maxi, XXJ, Whack, and Pig complete your top 6. And then the winner in our AM class is Lem, Seb, and in P3 for the AM, it is Cal. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we have wrapped up the sprint race, and our drivers will now get ready and raring for the feature race and our championship decider. Championship decider. Oh yes, the very vital battle. Oh, Asano, you're here, bro. Let me come through, bro. My daughter's so driving. Bro, you're reminding me of that. Your mind's in the gutter, man. So you're trying to play football fusion. Football fusion. Football fusion. Live football fusion. What are you talking about? DJ Lee. DJ Lee. On the edge of the seat. Edging my seat. I'm edging my seat. I need to get some water. I need water. Wow. Bro, there we go. And I was just out. I was shopping, and then you guys like, hey man, we need you commentator boy. Yeah, but I was gonna buy a new suit. Insane, guys. Oh my god, guys. These souls. I grew up my first instant, bro. I was balling. You're the only person who I think I've seen fake review of my phone. Like you sound like a. Is the race started? I'm gonna get some drink. Be right back. Yeah, bro. Sonny, you haven't seen Puerto Rico?
He only trusts his actually like his friends to look see what he looks like, so that's why. I have, bro.
He looks like he looked like an Arab Mexican black person, white person. Racially ambiguous. You still owe me a power brick. You do. You literally owe me a power brick. You lost my last power brick. What do you mean? Because I was charging my phone. Dude, how's the race not started? Oh my god, guys, did the race start? Oh. I was like, am I gonna get fired? You should have seen the commentary. I think that was crazy. No way. Press the spectate button in the bottom. Reset. Oh, my arm already. You guys play Le Mans yet? Oh! Oh! What? Oh my god! Okay, guys, and we are 5 lights and away we go at Interlagos. I am so sorry I wasn't able to do the pre-commentary, but they've just started the race, and into turn 1 they go. Cloud has just about gotten away well, but he won't be making a real challenge for P1 as they go into the Curva del Sol. Into the Retropasta they go, and he seems to be slipstreaming quite well against his teammate as they head now into turn 4. Cloud seems to be pretty secure in P2, but his championship rival Techno goes down the inside just behind him, but he's not able to make the move stick against Whack. But Cloud now on the exit of this corner, maybe this is some team orders, but he has taken the lead in this race. We know that he only has the requirement to win just one race in order to secure the championship here. Into the slow, tightening hairpins they go, and quite well he seems to be getting an exit out of there as just Maxi and the 32 Audi seem to have gotten very, very close, and it's gonna throw them off. But Cloud has gotten a very good start here, probably everything he would have hoped for, as he would have watched Techno win that last sprint race, and Techno getting some moves done as well. Now he is up into P4, and he will be on the hunt for his championship rival as they head now onto this very long straight. So the drivers just probably going to look to settle themselves into this. Oh God, settle themselves into the race now. As Techno making a move once again, having to defend his position from the 42 Audi. I'm not seeing the standings tower, so I'm not entirely sure where everyone is. But it looks like we have Cloud leading in P1, and behind him is his teammate. And further down in P3 is the BMW of Just Maxi. So far the championship favor shifts into Cloud's hands. And it'll be up to Techno to recover and make his way up into the podium places at least in order to give himself a shot at this championship. As we go on to lap 2 now. Cloud seeming to manage himself quite well, but Techno still fighting these Audis, and oh, he goes wide, and he's going to have to fight back now. Some real elbows out racing there from the Italian driver, or I'm not sure if he's Italian or Romanian, but one of the two. He seems to be making quite some good moves, as all on the inside of the corner, and a slowdown definitely is not what he's going to need here. So a disastrous first couple of races there first lap, I apologize, first couple of laps there for Techno, and it's really seeming to play into Cloud's hands. But this is the nature of Brazil. We've seen many a time when the drivers are seemingly struggling with at the very start, comebacks happen very often. So we'll see what can go down here, as Maxi once again is the only one able to challenge our championship protagonist. This time, instead of Techno, it is Cloud, who is known for his very stout defending. But here he goes. Maxi will get the slipstream off the back of the Audi. He goes for the move around the outside this time. It looks like he's going to get it done, but wow, maybe some very late defensive moves from the championship leader, but he just about gets it done. And there's no really major collisions there, so he's just about gotten away with it for now. But now as they head into the Ferradura.
Techno has just conceded the title. Over the radio, he's told his team that that's it for the title.
Oh, but he's still making moves as he goes down the inside of both of the Audis. And of course, this race is still very long, 10 laps to go, and he's only 3 seconds off his championship rival. And in a track where strategy could play very much into their hands, as there is a lot of tire wear to go around, and he could very much still be in it. So hopefully he's not fully given up yet, but Cloud is going to have to do his part as well, as he has to defend against the BMW. He's resorting to some weaving now as they're on the main straight, and Maxi picks up a very nice toe. He slipstreams off the back of the Audi driver. Will he make a move into turn 1? He looks to go wide now, but whoa! And they make contact there, as Cloud making once again a very aggressive move. He's looking to very much defend very hard for this championship lead. I mean, you're the league owner, bro. I mean, I don't know what what more he wants, but he seems to go once again very aggressively defensive. He forces Maxi to the outside, but it looks like Maxi is going to get a better run this time, but Cloud will have the inside line. How will they fare as they head now into the, I don't remember what this corner is called. I think it is the Decina del Lago, yeah. But around the outside, he's once again forced off from the ideal racing line in the Ferradura, and that is going to be all that Maxi can do, or is it? He forces Cloud to once again go defensive, but this is playing right into Techno's hands. These drivers are just slowing each other up, and Techno is able to make time up as he's getting overtakes done, and he is for sure closing in as Cloud goes very wide, and it looks like he's going to open up a slight door for Maxi to come back at him on this main straight. Maxi biding his time, getting a very good exit there off the corner of the Junsao corner, and now he is all over the back of this Audi. It looks like he's going to get the move done very early. He's actually gone to the inside already, and Cloud is going to have to sit here and watch as the BMW driver heads. What is he doing? Oh my god, the moron, bro. He lets Cloud go back up through the inside, and doesn't secure the position. Cloud going slightly deep there into turn 1 though, and it's actually opened up the opportunity for Maxi again, but whoa! He pushes Maxi off the track because Maxi is on his inside now. Nobody gets a slowdown, so it doesn't seem to fare too badly, but Maxi once again, oh my god, this guy is retarded, bro. He goes down the inside, but he just lets Cloud back through his inside, which is obviously going to give Cloud the advantage into the next corner, as we've seen happen 3 laps now in a row. Yet again, Maxi is now stuck behind Cloud. So we're going to see how long it takes him to kind of figure this out as he tries to go around through the Ferradura. He's a little bit further ahead this time, but guess what? Can't get the move done because he's on the outside. So Cloud has done a pretty good job defending up until this point. Techno behind him is making good progress. It looks like he's maybe about just 2 seconds back, and we'll be hoping. Oh no! As an absolutely ludicrous move from the 32 of Gen, absolutely kills Techno's momentum. Not sure if there's some inner team play going on here, but it looks like what seems to be Cloud's teammate is just the only really remaining hope with some truly, come on guys. With some absolutely horrible driving standards on display here. I mean, Techno is being ganged up on by 3 Audis here with
some more pit lane news. We just received a report that a $20 bill has been slid into the steward's pockets from Cloud's team.
So no surprises there, as the league owner is paying off the stewards to secure his own championship, as now Maxi once again will be aiming to get a good run on Cloud. It doesn't look like he's getting such a strong toe as we saw him getting before. Maybe he's just biding his time and trying to set up a better overtake, as now it looks like he is close and he goes for the inside, but Cloud moves so late under braking there and just kind of blocks off his line. But once again, Maxi goes for the outside line through the Ferradura, and surprise, let's see what happens. Oh no way, he has to concede the place. So yet again, it seems that Maxi just has not yet learned from his mistakes, and I mean, man, Techno is getting absolutely impeded here every lap as he tries to catch up and gain time on the 2 leaders to make his championship fight. But it looks like Cloud is doing just enough right now to keep up Maxi behind him, but he goes extremely wide yet again, and this will open up the opportunity for Maxi around the outside. But as we've seen countless times, the outside is not really the way you want to make an overtake, but he seems to get the underlap, and now he finally holds the inside line. Now the question is, will he hold the line long enough? This guy is something else, bro. He crashes. Ladies and gentlemen, Maxi crashes. So in his effort to hold a tight inside line, he has actually just driven straight into a wall and actually given up more time to Cloud than is really necessary. So we're going to look to Techno now to see if he's able to get past this absolute cluster of Audis. He goes down the inside into the center S's. He's just about gotten the move done. Very well done there, actually, by the Aston Martin driver. So if he can hold station through the Reto Pasta, and he'll hope to hold the inside line now into the Decina del Lago. Wow, hitting into the 32 car. Not that it's undeserved, but definitely an interesting strategy there. But this is not going to be ideal. He'll want to get to the inside for the Ferradura, which he does. So he seems to be able to hold on to this position for now. We'll look a little bit up the screen, as it looks like now Cloud is actually pulled away from Maxi. Man, I mean, Techno is fighting for his life against all these Audis. I mean, you really have to feel for him that he's being ganged up on by the same manufacturer as his championship rival, with no real support. Usually we would see Webblue in some form this weekend. Unfortunately, it seems that he was not able to attend, so Techno kind of having to fight on his own, as his main teammate and really championship ally, we might even say, is not available. As a slight
Jen and Wagner are doing a thing to try and get away from Techno, and just glued to him.
So it sounds like Techno is really at a major disadvantage here, because he's battling with all these championship allies of his real main championship rival. But it's not over. We still do have a round of pit stops to come. All the leaders are on the medium compound tires, but if Techno is able to do an undercut, that just might be enough for him to get the place that he needs to get put himself in a position to win the race over Cloud. But it looks like right now these Audis are not letting him do anything of that sort, as he is 6 seconds behind, which is probably just outside the pit window, or the undercut window that he would like. So he's enthralled in this absolutely chaotic 3v1. Tries to go around the outside, not quite able to make it happen. And yet again, Techno is just kind of stuck behind these drivers and being held up by them. Probably, ideally, if I was his engineer, I would call him into the pits, go ahead and stop losing lap time behind these guys, and then just come out in clean air and push to gain on his main rival. But on lap 10 we go now. Cloud is in prime position to secure this championship, as he has done very well in many races prior, just cruising on in the lead and securing his wins.
Coming in, Techno coming in.
And Techno opts to pit now, as well as Maxi. So it'll be interesting to see how this fares now, as the 42 car, the direct teammate of Cloud, also comes in at the same time. It looks like Techno is going to get just a better pit stop than him. So it's slightly unfortunate that he's going to have to battle him, as coming out of the pits, he gets absolutely pit maneuvered by that driver. Not entirely sure what his name is.
It's Wacky, and he's spun in the pit lane somehow.
Okay, and Wack is actually no longer going to be a threat. So now Techno is going to have to warm up his tires as quickly as possible and put in the lap of his life. As his championship rival comes through Sector 2 now, Techno will want to undercut him with fresh tires, better compound tires, as he has switched onto the softs, and he will push his heart out to gain time on Cloud. As Cloud now heads through Sector 3, just about to head onto the main straight, he's going to need to absolutely perfect this final sector to get into the pits as quickly as possible. And hopefully he can come out ahead of his championship rival. So Techno now is seemingly has gotten these tires fired up. It doesn't look like he's doing much weaving now. And Cloud is into the pit. So will the one lap undercut work for Techno, as Cloud comes flying into the pit lane? He gets the car slowed down.
I think he's even close enough.
Will he hit his pit markers? Yes, he hits them. And we'll look to Techno now, who is on the main straight. So this is going to be extremely close, ladies and gentlemen. Techno is coming down the main straight as Cloud is going through this very long pit exit. It looks like he's just now hit the pit limiter. So he is exiting the pit lane now. Techno coming through turns 1 and 2. It looks like just on the exit he might be battling his championship rival, or at least just behind him. Nah, he's just not quite close enough. But Techno will have warmer, quicker fired up, I should say, tires, as he's on the same compounds as his championship rival. And just behind him is the 95 of Maxi. So Techno has made the smart play here. He's put himself right into contention for this win. If he can put in the right lap times and catch and gain on Cloud, he can put himself in a position to win this race. So with 3 laps to go, your championship leader is currently Cloud. All he has to do is hold on, and he will secure this the win in this GT4 championship. His closest rival, Techno, is just behind him now in P3, pushing with slightly older tires, but if he puts in the right lap times, he has put himself in a position where he can challenge for the win. With only 2 laps now left remaining, it doesn't look very likely, and it seems, unless some divine intervention, that Cloud will secure this win and win the championship. Further back the drivers that Tekno was battling with, Wack and the 99 North Korean Audi car, seem to have secured themselves very comfortably in a P4 and a P5. I'm sure the order of that they will debate throughout these remaining laps, but it seems that strategy to just undercut by Tekno worked out very well in his favor, as these drivers were not giving him any space to really any space to breathe, as they cost him a lot of lap time. So it looks like Cloud is running his race very calmly, very well, not making any mistakes, seemingly maybe losing just a little bit of time to Maxi, but Cloud has done very well so far, and he's done a drive today, to be fair, very deserving of a champion. You know, done exactly what he needs to, staying out of trouble and even defending well against a hard-charging BMW. So as he rounds out this final corner to start the penultimate lap, it will be very difficult now to see a way in which he loses this championship. It would be so inevitably unfortunate if somebody with admin commands were to just say, oh, I don't know, fling Cloud or fling 22 and then just kind of ruin his championship hopes. But of course, that won't happen here.
The stewards say the bidding for that situation starts at $70.
Just behind him, Tekno is seemingly keeping the gap just about where it was when he came out of the pit lane, 6 seconds to his nearest championship rival. Maybe we just think, who knows, if he pitted that one lap earlier, that he could at least put himself in a position where he might even be able to challenge a bit closer. But so far it seems that this is all they are able to muster up to this point in the race.
I believe that's the title in the bag for Cloud then. Tekno needs 3 seconds a lap. Not happening.
Yeah, it looks like there's no way back for him.
Anything can happen. Maybe a tire explodes or something, I don't know.
Oh gosh, I forgot where I was. Yes, guys. Holy. As we look towards Cloud now, starting the final lap. And not much going on in the circuit. All the gaps have pretty much opened up. And it looks like it'll just be... Yep.
Cloud down to the line.
As they start the final lap now, Cloud with a 3-second gap clear of his nearest driver.
And he's gaining time as well.
On just Maxi, and it looks like Cloud is putting in purple laps every lap. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a very enthralling GT4 season. I am so glad all of you could join us. But it looks like now we will just take in this final lap from your championship leader and soon to be championship champion, or season 1 GT4 champion, in Cloud.
Maxi just slowed up all the way to where Tekno was. And he's letting him pass. What?
Oh. So some moves at play here. Not sure how this will stack up the championship, but it looks like Maxi has actually let Tekno pass. And
That's gonna respect moments in motorsport.
Maybe he will give him a better shot, or at least close the gap. But according to my knowledge, that shouldn't change anything too much. So as Cloud rounds the final corner now, he has done a very good job today, but we have to say that he is a very deserving champion, regardless of his ties to the league. Cloud is your GT4 season champion. And with that said, we have to see it was a very deserving drive, probably the best performance of him today at Brazil. Cloud wins your GT4 championship. Behind him is Tekno, who will finish in P2 with a very deserving drive today. Just about beats out Maxi to the line. And behind them is going to be Pigeon, I should say, and Seb will finish behind them with a very nice P6. And he will win in your AM class today. And behind them is Kel and Lem, who rounds out your podium. But, ladies and gentlemen, of course, our focus today is on Cloud and his wonderful championship win.
I mean, setting the fastest lap on the final lap is also, pretty much claiming his deservedness. Alright, I said Techno needed 3 seconds a lap, and he ended up losing 3 seconds on Cloud in the last two.
Yeah, it was definitely a race that showed him to be worthy of this championship, and we'll invite the very emotional Cloud to say some words and to just tell us how he's feeling immediately after this race. I'm sure he's very emotional. Seems that he's so emotional he's not joining the stage.
Oh, oops. You okay?
Cloud, how are you feeling? I'm sure tears are just streaming down your face, man. Just try to stay composed, but tell us, how do you feel after winning your first ever Roblox championship?
Oh, it's good, you know, I couldn't have done it without my teammates. Pretty much held them up for the entire thing. Race 1 start was not ideal, I'm not gonna lie to you. But we made it, and that's what matters.
Wow, so that actually was a team play that kind of slowed him down at the start of the race. That was a strategy by you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Just at the podium right now.
Oh, podium.
It's behind the pit building.
Oh, this guy, bro. Always hiding it from me.
Techno left.
The disrespect from Techno to leave mid up. Okay, everyone's
Yeah.
leaving mid.
Yeah.
Where is this
Disrespect.
thing, bro? Where the hell is this podium, bro? Why'd you put it here?
I don't know. Felt right. GG everybody.
And just as the championship tells us he is the last man left standing, Cloud, ladies and gentlemen, is your GT4 Season 1 champion. A very deserving champion, a very deserving league owner. Guys, it was all corrupt. He sent us a script. He told us he was going to give himself the championship. Do not be surprised. We knew this was coming from round 1. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, all for joining us here for VCL round 6. And from the wonderful Orlando, Florida, I've been your host, the King Kong Dude. Thank you all for joining us and have an amazing night.